Welcome back to another video. Today's video is titled How to Become Street Smart. I've got 8 points that I want to go through with you guys. So without any further delay, let's hop straight into it. Point number 1, and by the way, these are in no particular order. I just want you to bear these in mind. Point number 1, be aware of your surroundings, especially when you're in an area that you're unfamiliar with, or an area that has the reputation of being high in crime or theft. Be vigilant. Don't be wandering through the area with your fucking earphones plugged in, cancelling any sound. I mean, that's dangerous, man. You won't hear incoming danger. Maybe a car, the tyres are screeching and it's making its way towards you. Maybe the driver lost control. Now, normally, when you have nothing plugged into your ear, you can hear that. And you could look back and maybe, if you're fucking lucky, and the car isn't travelling at 60 miles an hour, you could get away in time. Or someone running behind you. Okay, now yes, they might be running because they want to be fit and healthy, but someone might be running after you with a knife in his hand. There's some fucked up people out there in this world, guys. You can't expect everyone to be a lovely person. There are people out there that don't care about breaking the law, about hurting other people. So be vigilant. Take your earphones off, keep your head up, and, shoulders back, and just keep a lookout. Don't look confused. That's one thing which I'll touch on in just a minute. But at the same time, don't be, looking down at the ground with your hands in your pockets. Look up, be aware, okay? Number 2, don't instigate fights over pettier reasons. Look, we all want to be perceived as strong. We want to be that guy that nobody fucks with, okay? And in an ideal world, it would be nice if someone looked at you and said, sorry mate, I don't want to fuck with you. But there are people, as I said just a minute ago, that have nothing to lose. They're at rock bottom, and they don't mind stabbing you in the fucking neck for your phone. So don't think, oh, I'll be the tough guy, I'll show him. Okay, you walk to somebody. You instigate a fight because you felt like he looked at you funny. So there you are, you want to be the fucking hero in the moment. The guy pulls out a knife, stabs you in the fucking chest, you didn't see it coming, and there you are bleeding to death on the fucking ground. Was it worth it? No. Someone might have a gun. I mean, you just don't know. Now, listen, if someone attacks you, maybe just comes out of nowhere and punches you, then you have to defend yourself in that moment. Of course, I'm not telling you to, do nothing about it and just take the fucking beating. No. But there are so many guys who put themselves in positions of danger because of petty reasons. And usually they're the one that instigated the fight. Okay, so not everything deserves a fight, guys. Sometimes walking away, well, I say sometimes, most of the time, walking away is the best option. Okay, and if you get into some form of martial art, you will be taught this. Okay, control your ego. Yes, we don't want to look bad in the moment. We want to look like the tough guy. We want to be the guy that has the last laugh, yeah. But you also don't want to be bleeding to death on the ground in some alleyway or in front of a fucking bar, So you got to be smart. Walk away. Doesn't make you a weak man. It makes you an intelligent man. Okay? As I said, if someone attacks you, different story. But in most cases, you can walk away. Because, hey, you might even win the fight. You might punch a dude. He falls down. But he falls down awkwardly. Back of his head. Cracks his head on the fucking curb. Dead. It does happen. There are people that have been killed because they landed awkwardly. Your punch might have not even been that hard, but he fell awkwardly on the fucking back of the head, and there he is, dead on the ground. Now you got a fucking prison sentence. So be smart, okay? Number 3, don't wear expensive jewelry in a rough neighborhood, and this also applies to clothing. Don't stand out like a sore thumb. Listen, I'm a guy who likes to dress nicely. But if I go to an area that is high in crime, or an area that is known for gang problems, or I wouldn't wear a fucking bright yellow suit and wear an expensive watch. It's a stupid thing to do. Okay, you got to blend in that sort of environment. You know, dress down a little bit. Now, it pains me to even say dress down, but if you're in a foreign country, you're walking through a very rough neighborhood, you can't look like the tourist. Oh, wow, this area looks a little bit, you know, with your fucking ivory white suit and your Rolex on. Come on, man. You're an easy target. Okay? So be smart enough to understand what the locals wear and blend in. Okay? Number 4, lock your doors when you get in the car. Now look, this mostly applies to when you're in an area that you're unfamiliar with, but also, I mean, it's a sensible thing to do in most cases. There are people that, you know, like to steal cars. And so when your car is locked, you know, as you're sat in it, it's a smart thing to do because, hey, you know, yes, they may smash the window if they really want to get in, but it gives you enough time to hit the gas and get out of that situation in most cases. But if your doors are unlocked, boom, one guy opens the driver's door to distract you, another guy opens the back door, gets in, grabs you from the fucking... I mean, look, it happens so easily. It can be so easy to steal a car. So keep your doors locked, okay? Number 5, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, mate. Someone stops you and says, hey, you know, there's this thing going on here, and wherever it may be, I've got something to sell you, this and that. You know, it's great, come this way. Don't be like, oh, okay, let me see. Mate, they might take you down some fucking alleyway, 4 people appear out of nowhere, you're getting mugged, okay? You're on holiday, it's easy to fall into the trap of listening to those, you know, the guys that stop you in the middle of the road. And it happens in most countries that are heavy in tourism. They'll be like, oh, you can buy these 3 things and I'll only charge you this much for it. How about you come this way or something? And you're like, oh, wow, is that it? Oh, honey, we got ourselves a great deal. You know, you get fucking ripped. And you don't have to get physically attacked, but you can just get ripped off. All those guys that, you know, put those bracelets on your hand. They'll be like, oh, come, let me put it on your hand. Not on your hand, on your wrist. And you put it around your wrist and you're like, oh, wow, this is nice. And you think they've given it to you for free. They haven't. They want you to pay money. They'll be like, okay, €20, please. And you're like, huh? I don't want it though, here you go. No. Sometimes they hold your wrist and they're like, no, keep it. Just give me money. And then it just causes, you know, confrontation. It may escalate. So, listen, decline people and keep walking. Don't stop. This is another thing as well. Don't stop and then start listening, because then they'll fucking hold you there for ages. Keep walking. Maintain a pace when you walk as well. You can walk and talk, but they're very much likely to stop bothering you if you keep walking, because they want to be in that vicinity, in that area. So don't stand there like an idiot and start listening to them. Keep moving. Okay, number 6, be wary of friendly people. Once again, similar sort of situation, but if someone's being overly nice to you, that should be ringing alarm bells in your mind. Why is this person being nice to me? He wants something. Okay, clearly. Now, I'm not saying everyone that's nice to you wants something, but if you're in an unfamiliar environment, people are speaking a different language, you're in an area that isn't really safe, someone's being overly nice to you, they might try to trick you into coming with them somewhere or doing something. So be very fucking careful. Okay, assess people's body language, assess the situation, and don't be a gullible prick. No, the locals are just being nice to me because they love the fact I'm here. You know, not everybody gives a fuck about you, mate, in the way that you think. Okay, there are some evil people out there that will try and steal money from you, whatever. Okay, so don't fucking be that guy, gullible, and don't share too much information as well. There's so many things I could talk about, man. I mean, I've written 8 points here, but I could write fucking 18. If you're in a taxi, don't start opening up about your whole fucking life, especially if you're in another country. Oh yeah, I was born here, I do this for a living. You don't know if this taxi driver is just a taxi driver. Maybe he's got another business on the side. The business of crime. You don't know that. Now he knows where you're fucking going. You can send a couple of guys over to take your fucking money. Or as you're leaving in the morning, the hotel, they can come and take your fucking wallet. I mean, be smart, man. Okay? And another thing is, number 7, don't look like a tourist. I said that earlier with the way that you dress. Don't be that guy who's like holding a camera like, wow. Now listen, I'm not saying if you go to Rome or if you go to Paris, don't be, excited. Of course, I mean, listen, you're in an area you've never been before. But you got to remember there are people that are local to that area that are watching you. And they can easily distinguish the tourists from those who are local to the area. Usually the locals don't give a fuck. They're just walking, oh, okay, Eiffel Tower looks nice today. And they keep it moving. The tourists are like, wow. And they're usually so easily robbed as well. They're holding their iPhone 13 Pro Max fucking 2 feet in front of them. Oh, look at that. Someone could be coming fucking sprinting, grab your phone and run into the fucking distance and you can't catch it. That's it. What are you going to do? Chase after him? Leave your wife and kids behind? Come on, man. So, don't be that guy, man. And this all goes back down to the first point. Be aware of your surroundings. If you're aware, it's very hard for people to take advantage of you. Okay? But if you're like, let me take a picture of this. You're fucking an easy target, mate. Okay? And finally, don't carry a lot of cash. Whatever you are, mate, you don't have to be on holiday for this. But if you're carrying hundreds of pounds with you or hundreds of dollars, you lose it. First of all, you've lost hundreds of dollars right there and then. At least if it's in your bank account, you can fucking call the bank, they'll block the card. But if you lose hundreds of pounds, just like that, you can't get it back. It's cash. Someone's going to pick it up and most likely keep it. They ain't going to come fucking find you. Oh, here you go. Here's your money back. There may be some nice people out there, but the majority will fucking keep it. Okay? Plus, if you're on holiday, it's a good idea to have 2 wallets. The decoy wallet, the fucking fake one, where you can put $5 in there max. Maybe a couple of fake fucking debit cards in there, expired ones at least, that you no longer use, so it looks realistic. So if they ever stop you, oh, here's my wallet, But having 2 is a smart thing to do, especially if you're on holiday. Just a fucking fake one, So yeah, these are just a few points that I was thinking about before I made this video. There's a lot more, believe me. But hey, if you have any that you want to share down below, make sure you share them. Okay, I think it's important for us men to learn these things because no one really sits you down and tells you these things. You have to sort of figure it out. I don't want you guys to learn the hard way. I'd rather you guys learn from other people's mistakes. I've made some of these fucking silly mistakes in the past. You know what I mean? But I've matured and I'm still learning. I'm not fucking perfect. But it's good to know this stuff. Okay? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below, fellas. And I'll catch you in the next one.